Man. Here's the problem, is she is an eminently enjoyable and likable character, but it feels like this isn't the place for her. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, and we are starting a new show today. This is going to be the first episode of Yatagarasu. I'm assuming I'm saying that right. The Raven does not choose its own master, which I think is the tagline to the show. It has been a long time. I'm pretty sure that I've seen the trailer for this. I don't remember if I saw it on stream, though. I don't recall if this was a trailer during one of our seasonal anime reviews. I remember I saw it, but it may have been because somebody was recommending it to me, and I watched it on my own. I think somebody was saying like it was like anime of the year material, but it was like no one was watching it. And I don't remember where that would have come from. Either way, I distinctly remember I have seen the trailer, and I also distinctly remember I do not remember anything about the trailer. I think it had like a Forrest Gump moment where it's like a sky view, somebody standing on a thing looking up, and like a raven flying by. That's all I've got. And to explain something for those of you who are like only here because you like Yatagarasu and excited to see somebody else watch it, I usually use an AI to tell me what character is most like my kind of favorite character. Which is to say that I go to an AI and I say, hey, without spoiling anything, here's a list of characters that I have enjoyed from other shows in the past. Which is usually all the characters I've been drawn as from different shows in the past. What character is most like these characters? Well, the AI usually spits out a thing and gives me a bunch of reasons and why they match up with these different characters from different aspects of the personalities. So, if you have seen Yatagarasu, and don't spoil anything for me, obviously. If you've seen it, and you recognize me being drawn as a specific character, and you're like, why the fuck that guy? That's why. I have no knowledge about anything this person does. I also do not even remember their name, because obviously I've never seen the show before, so the only contact I've had with them is transferring the name from the AI to my artist. So, that said, it's going to be a journey to figuring out why I'm probably going to hate myself. Probably not, though. Usually the thing is right when it's just someone. So, yeah, before we hop in, second time I've said that now, know that usually I come into these things with notes and a board where I do character relationships and my thoughts from the last episode. That comes usually around episode 2. So, if you're around for it in the future and you've seen anything else that I've done, expect that to come. Well, we're going to have a whole concept board. We're going to discuss it. We have a whole thing of notes, my thoughts about the series so far. If you think I missed anything this episode, at least wait till next episode. I might bring it up there because I'm going to rewatch the show in between, take notes, whole thing. So, that said, I think I wasted enough time here at the beginning. Let's go ahead, hop on in, and see what we get.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button.
Comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
I'm glad I turned the brightness of my screen up. I've never watched Demon Slayer, but I always imagine this is how Demon Slayer starts. Not great for the kid on your back when you fall backwards down a pit. Case in point. this a supernatural show or is that fire? Blue fire. I mean, not great. Three-footed crow? Raven. Obvious joke about a raven with a crow for a claw for a dick. I don't know enough about mythology to know if a three-legged raven is something. Did not expect it to be a giant. Okay, so did that really happen, or was that in his dream? Okay, so this is fantasy. Okay, I thought this was supposed to be... Never mind, forget me. Okay, shape-shifting ravens. Shape-shifting giant ravens.
ヤタガラスたちの長はキングと呼ばれる。キングは山内の最高権力者である。その地位は親から子へと代々引き継がれる。キングは長きにわたりよく民を治め、山内に繁栄をもたらし。
So was that kid and his sister supposed to be human or Yatagarasu?
者たちの剣謀術数の歴史でもあった。その最たるものが皇太子若宮の妃を選ぶ東殿である。未来のキングの妻というたった一つの座を。
Okay, obviously I think we were setting up for the sister then. Assuming that's a sister, it could be a stranger, I don't know. Wisteria Hall, Cherry Blossom Palace.
アセビ？
そなたのカリナだ。いやしくも若宮の妻になるやもしれぬ姫が七種の二の姫ではおかしいであろう。それともわらわの名付けでは不満かい？
とんでもない。
So I don't know if that means anything or if it's just a name.
身に余る光栄にございます。皇后様もお戯れが過ぎますわ。
I mean, we had Deku in My Hero Academia, so...
ハルドの頼んだぞ。
はい。おめでとうございます。本日東殿の儀をもちまして、皆様は正式に若宮殿下の妃候補となられました。南家が一の姫、浜優様。西家が一の姫、増穂のすすき様。北家が三の姫、白玉様。
It's kind of funny to be watching this and Apothecary Diaries at the same time. Four main consorts there. Same kind of thing here. Okay, so 4 consorts competing for the prince's hand, 1 year time span. And we're all fantasy ravens who shapeshift into humans, I guess. The way they're giving everyone's names this way kind of reminds me of Legend of the Galactic Heroes. So I'm really anticipating some high politics. Also, it's very good for me doing the board stuff so I can keep track of everything. Obviously, we're all gonna kill each other.
内親王殿下、何年ぶりでしょう。まさかここでお会いできるなんて。踏みもせず失礼いたしました。
The backgrounds are beautiful, by the way. Really love seeing this.
苦しいのはやめて。私とあなたの仲なのですから。はい。では藤波様。それにしても本当にお綺麗になられましたね。
God, this is the
若宮殿下
the
の
platform scaling
間違いありません。
crazy.
まあ、ありがとうございます。でもそれは言い過ぎですわ。いいえ、本当です。私はお姉様が選ばれればいいと思ってるの。だってそうすれば私たち本当の姉妹になるでしょ。
早くも若宮殿下の妹君に取り入るとはね。なかなかやるじゃないか。
I mean, what tact are you taking?
浜優殿、無礼だぞ。
さようで、それは失礼を。
It's hard to think you're gonna win if you're putting off the daughter.
元井当家の二の姫。はい。asebiなんて借り名をもらって本当に喜んでいるのかい？
素敵で良いのですわ。
Okay, it must be an in-universe thing.
浜優、私何か。
姫様、それは後ほど私が。
asebiは馬の容器と書くのですわ。asebiの花には毒があるのです。その花を口にすると馬は無様にも酔っ払ってしまう。
That's a pretty cool name. As you explained it, it's a pretty cool name.
そして馬とは
上品ぶらないではっきり言いな。馬は若宮のことだって。
Maybe not a cool name for the princess that's going after the
馬
prince.
がasebiを口にして酔っ払うように。若宮程度の男ならお前にも酔いしれることだろう。せいぜいうまくおやりってわけだ。要するに皇后はあんたの借り名を利用して若宮を貶め
More an insult to the prince than you, though.
いかにもあの御人がやりそうなことだ。
そんな若宮様が馬だなんて私。
姫様、それ以上はなりません。
藤波様、
お気の毒に大好きな兄君をあのように言われてはね。あなたのせいではなくてよ。
I mean, also, you were defending him in front of her, which doesn't make you look better to her.
私、美しいものや可愛らしいものが大好きですの。あなたとはいいお友達になれそう。それにしても、小悪に捕まってご愁傷
Yeah, she's the one that looks bad. What's her plan for winning?
出た出た最家の八方美人。
がめつくて品のない南家よりはマシですわ。
南家は正直なんでね。
Or flies with honey and vinegar, right?
ご立派ですこと。では、若宮殿下にもむっつり顔で通されると。
We're missing somebody, though. Where's the,
相手にされていないのですよ。
There we go. There she is.
白玉様。あなたも私も妃に選ばれるわけはないと。
やめやめ。酒がまずくなりそう。
I like this method of introducing them and what they're like, because it fits into the political backplay that I just said that I was expecting. She should have gotten more time, though. Oh, she's mysterious. Got it. That's good. I like that. That was a good scene.
もっとよく事情をお知らせしておくべきでした。皆我こそはと東殿に望まれているのです。どの家も我が姫を金羽の妃にしようと躍起になっていますから。
疲れたわ。もう何が何だか。
What happened to the first daughter? She already married off?
姫様の小さい頃、ウコギが読んで差し上げたでしょう。
ああ、眠くなる。
姫様、まずは基本中の基本。山内の成り立ちから復習です。よーくお聞きなさいませ。
They made her ditzy enough to make this a good introduction for us, because she needs to learn.
水があふれ、たちまち木々は花をつけ、稲穂は重く神戸を垂れた。その豊かな地を山神様は山内と名付け、自分の代わりに治めるよう金のカラスにお命じになり、 金のカラスは4人の子に土地を分けることに
Okay, that's going to explain the raven from the very beginning then.
2番目には果実実る
That it wasn't just the person shape changed into Yatagarasu.
西の地を4番目には水湧き踊る北の地をこれが4家4領の始まり
And
で
now we
す
have a map.
一方金のカラスは金羽と名乗られ山神様の一番近く中央山を代々のお住まいに定められました4家に対してこちらは宗家と呼び手姫様知ってます
Good times.
もちろんよ金羽が山神様にお仕えすることで山内の安寧が保たれているのよね
その通り若宮も今は皇太子のお立場ですが遠からず金羽として即位されるでしょう若宮の妃になることは山内の平和を支えること
Okay, I guess implying that the current Kinyu is either old or infirm.
というのは建前でこれは戦争です
戦争
宗家のご意向は広く山内の政治経済に及びます当然金羽の妃もそれは例外ではありません
皇后様のこと
ひとたび妃を送り込めばその家にはなんだかんだで莫大な利益と権力が転がり
Yeah, as I say, you think there would be more like,
やれ後見人だ
maybe not militant, but more fighty about it.
その子が男子であればゆくゆくはまた金羽となり
お家の将来は反対に
さよ
So what house, maybe I missed it, what house does the current Kinyu come from? Because you'd think that house would be in succession.
夫での私なんて相手にされるはずないわ
弱気になってはなりません
姫様秋殿のマスホの鈴木様からご挨拶の品が届いております
My note section next time is going to be chock full of everything I missed or had to rewatch specifically to understand.
明日茶会を開きますのどうぞ気楽においでますね
She said she liked the finer things, so sending something really nice would fit.
マスホの鈴木様はなんていうお方なのかしら
This is going to be trickery. I don't know if poisoning is on the table, but I would suspect it.
今回の東電にはカラス太夫が紛れ込んでいるようです。
Funny that they get the screen down in front of them too.
むしろ刺激になって良い方向へと転ぶやも。
No name. We are kind of hiding the whole Kinyu thing.
せいぜい楽しませてもらいましょうぞ。若宮殿下のお手並みとともに。
You know, it's the whole chess master thing just with Go. She's making the moves and he's hesitant. Oh man, that's a ceiling you could go dizzy at.
こちら白玉様にお持ちいただいた練り香にございます
Oh, the other one's here too.
に伝わるものでございます。製法も配合も秘伝中の秘伝。本日は皆様のため特別に。
確かに珍しい香りね長寿が強いのかしら
Oh,
黒棒にも似ている
backwards compliment.
大体の配合はわかりますわ白玉私の香はいかが
少し邪行が強いのでしょうか祭りかにも似ています
Man, considering that we are about to start watching Legend of the Galactic Heroes again too, my brain is going to be filled with characters. This one and Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
練り香の配合を当てる遊びです。あ、嫌な予感が当たってしまった。
アセビの君、あなたの香はどのようなものですの？
はい。すみません。私よくわからなくて。香は使いますけど、何かしら邪行とかそういう高価なものではないと思います。
ご冗談でしょ？
Really making yourself look like a hick in front of everybody else.
恐れながら、我が当家にも代々受け継がれる由緒正しき香はございます。ですが姫様は 幼少よりお体が少しばかり弱く、法に馴染みがありませぬゆえ。
I don't know that this is the defense you think it is.
間もなくひなの祭りですから、悪い気を払われるといいわ。
私持っています。ひなの祭りのお人形。
Man. Here's the problem, is she is an eminently enjoyable and likable character, but it feels like this isn't the place for her.
アセビの君、あなた本当にここにいるべき方なのかしら。
あら、これは失礼いたしました。
姫様お気に入りのアオサギ印のチャッキーが、これ聞くのみっともない。
See? The mysterious character in white. Sorry, I don't have her name down yet. The blue one is kind of a bitch. The mysterious one is the nicest one so far, because the red one turned out to be a bitch too. Oh, does it turn out she's not a bitch at all? She's just brutally honest or something?
ここにいる資格なんてないんです。本当は姉が来るはずでした。でも病で。
Okay, there we go. Explaining the first daughter.
嬉しかった。物心ついた時には私は田舎の別邸にいたんです。周りは心配性の女房ばかりで、外に
Essentially the Shin of Apothecary Diaries. But not murderous, I guess.
間違いすぎる。
じゃあ宿下がりするか。そういや、今回はあんたの他にもう一人場違いがいるな。長い外遊から戻ってきたらおかしくなっていたらしい。世間曰くとんでもないうつけだと。
That lady in white?
若宮さ。
Ah, never mind. Okay.
結構有名な話だがね。あんた本当に何も知らないんだな。
Oh, he's gonna be the guy from the opening. Okay. Witless after his experience. I'm going to assume the Empress tried to kill him, which is why he's running.
本来であれば金運を継ぐのは5つ上のアニミア。目から鼻へ抜けるような子供で、将来は名君になるともっぱらの評判だったそうだ。だが何を思ったのか、宗家の神官は後を継ぐにふさわしいのはアニミアでなく、まだ赤ん坊の若宮であると言い出した。アニミアの母は正室、つまり皇后で、弟である若宮が側室の子であるにもかかわらずだ。
No, we're doing one of these again too.
だったようだよ。アニミア派と若宮派に真っ二つ。結局、権力闘争に敗れた形で、アニミアは出家を余儀なくされた。
それで皇后様は私の仮名で若宮様を。
Would explain what if I think is true. An attempted assassination.
気は一見落着となってはいるがね。実際腹の中はどんなもんか。今回の東電は何が起こるかわからないぞ。
So I have to explain who he's carrying, though.
当面は高みの見物。そうだ、噂をもう一つ。うつけの若宮はどうやら本物の金羽らしい。
Descended from that or because of that thing? Okay, not gonna be exactly like Apothecary Diaries. We're going full-on military campaign shit too. Is that the prince or the prince's older brother? I'm assuming it's gonna be one of those two.
親方様。おお、雪政、息災か。はは。こたびはお招きいただきありがとうございました。今中央よりお戻りですか。ああ、東電が始まって世話しなくてかなわん。時に雪政。 息子たちは来ているのか？もちろん。それは楽しみだ。昨年は腹を壊したとかでユキヤは顔を出さなかったからな。さぞ大き
The way he looked disappointed at the guy asking makes me think no good's gonna come of this. Okay, no, it's disappointment about his own kids.
どうしても支払いはしていただけないということでしょうか。
だから貴様の勘違いだ。こんなみすぼらしいガキの店で食い逃げなどするわけなかろう。
嘘だ。だって確かにうちの餅を。
くどい。そもそもお前ら山ガラスが我ら宮ガラスに礼を尽くすのは当然のこと。仮に餅を食うたとて、それが
I'm confused by the use of ravens and Yatagarasu at the same time.
目撃者も多いし、調べればすぐに分かっちゃうと思いますけど、餅代払っていただけませんかね。
Okay, so he's gonna turn out to be well trained. So I'm assuming he's gonna kick these guys' asses somehow. Never mind, instantly wrong. Good subversion of expectations there. And we get to see the shape change happen.
バカ野郎、いつも一人で無茶しやがって。
ユキア兄は悪くないよ。あいつら中央の宮ガラスだからって俺らのことバカにして好き放題やってんだ。
そういえば今日ってホッケの宴ですよね。
Was this his way of getting out of it the same way the stomach pains from last year? No, never mind, he wants to beat them.
おい、お前また何か。
やだな、兄上。別に企んでなんかいませんよ。じゃ、先行ってますね。
Here's the thing. I don't think you can prove now that he's going to outsmart them, because he wasn't smart enough not to get his ass kicked.
やっぱ痛えわ。
Oh, that was quick. Very interesting show. I'm really enjoying it so far. Obviously, I think I'll enjoy it more on the second watch of this episode when I go to take my notes and do all the board stuff. I have added a massive workload, I feel like, to my weekly note-taking. Especially on the board stuff. Unfortunately, as I always have to explain in every episode that I watch, in this, the recording, the reaction, I have to talk over the opening. That is just an unfortunate element of copyright and fair use and whatnot. It's also why I have to mute this when I put it up on YouTube. On Patreon, obviously I can put it all up, doesn't matter. But I will really only have thoughts about the opening and ending. Well, first episode ending. Second episode opening, I assume. That's my guy. Whoever that was the second ago, that's my guy. I don't even know if we met him this episode. Yeah. Sorry, I lost my train of thought talking about the opening. We're gonna have a next time on. Also, I don't even know if we saw the golden raven.
妃候補の白玉姫を擁するホッケ。一族の宴で騒動を起こしたユキヤは、うつけと評判の若宮のそば使いに指名される。ユキヤと若宮、二人の数奇な運命が動き出す。次回、ボンクラ次男。
Okay. Well, I mean, saw my guy in the episode. Again, my guy. Don't know who he is yet. They may have explained it. I feel like this is a show that requires the second watch through from me. Even though I might seem smart in my note-taking section. I hope anyway. Probably not. Even though I may seem that way, I'm pretty dense on the first watch through. I require that second one. So, yeah. I really like the setup. They did a really good job of painting. I would have assumed, due to the framing, that she was going to be our main character, but I'm really anticipating that this is one of those shows with such a wide cast that there is no real main character. what do you call it? Not an ensemble. Maybe it's an ensemble. That there's going to be a number of people that we're going to follow throughout the course, to say that there's maybe 10 primary focuses and then a bunch of other people on the grid still. Because it feels like next episode we're going to cover that guy who got beaten up and then what he's going to do at the banquet. Obviously, the Empress is going to be of some concern because she has plans at play. The Emperor the Kinyu feels like he might have something at play, but he doesn't have the will to do it, thus the shaking go piece. Really still have to figure out what's going on with the 4 consorts, because we're pulling one of those, not everyone is what they seem to be on first appearance, and I have to get their names down, because I think I'll get that better when I have a board up and I'm able to look at the board when I need to remember who's who. The blue girl, obviously the one dressed in blue, came off as kind of a bitch at the beginning, but then she's the one of more understanding of what people are really like at the end, which could just be an element of she's just brutally honest, which is to say she got her feelings out at the front. But to be fair, she did that when it was just her and that other girl. The other people then came in after and then weighed their thoughts in, versus at the tea party, where all of them are present but Blue Girl, and they do it in front of each other. I think that's the more disrespectful move. And then, Blue Girl's there after the fact when she's like wallowing in her sorrow and understands what's going on. Still, I think the girl in white is the more interesting one, because again, she doesn't give us any information, she's a bit mysterious, and seems empathetic. You're laughing, you shouldn't be, or, broke your most prized possession. That's the understanding friend character, if I've ever seen one. I will be honest here, I'm not exactly sure who was in the opening sequence just yet. I mean, I think in a rewatch it might come to me, but those 2 people, I think during the reaction I said I anticipated who they were, and in reaction to that, what was going on. But I almost kind of feel like they could have been one of the 3 kids at the end. It's like, who's the other one? Maybe it's that shorter, the youngest kid. I just don't freaking know. I almost thought it was going to be the prince and the younger prince, but then why would the older one be passed over if he had a direct experience with the golden Yatagarasu? And again, I still don't understand why it felt like they used the word Yatagarasu and then started using Raven all the time. Maybe there's a difference there. Maybe they didn't use it as much as I thought they did. Also, who is that person when they're not in Raven form, or do they not shape change like the rest? Or do they, and that's something to be revealed later? So many questions. And I think there's also going to be more questions by the time I come back with my notes, because once I fill out the board in relation to who is with which, I'm going to use the word faction here, but house, then those connections might become more evident, and then I might be questioning why people are performing in certain ways. I'm thinking I might do the board in a way that reflects the houses. Like, I might take the image of that map and put it on the board as a background, and then put the people in those areas. I'm gonna have to do something specific for that, though, if I do, because if there's a lot of characters in center, I think they kept calling it, then it's going to be real hard to put people. I'll figure something out. I'll figure something out. Obviously, if this is going to be a Legend of the Galactic Hero situation, there's going to be a ton of characters. So, I'm going to have to figure out how to do that with a lot of people. My problem is that I haven't figured that out for Legend of the Galactic Heroes. Legend of the Galactic Heroes board, and those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, go just click on one of my random videos. There'll be like the board thing and the time code, and see what I'm talking about. My Legend of the Galactic Heroes one is completely messed up because it's gotten too big and I didn't really know how to keep things in order. So, between these 2 shows, I'm probably going to have to figure it out. Other than that, I guess one of my other lingering questions is maybe I missed it, and I'll pick it up in the notes for next time. What house does the current Kinyu belong to? Because their indication is that the consort that gets with the prince is going to be able to continue the power and benefits of the existing Kinyu house that they are part of. But if that was true, then why doesn't the current Kinyu house power extend then to the current situation? You'd think that the consort from that place would be getting sorry, I think I might be answering my own question in that the Kinyu or the Emperor doesn't seem to express most authority. It's the Empress that's doing that. And then I would have to ask then, why doesn't whatever house she belongs to extend that aid to... Well, maybe they are. We don't know. And I guess whatever Red Girl was with might be from that house. And that might be why it seems like she's got more control or authority of all the other girls. And she just says she likes really nice things. And if they are getting money and power and whatnot from all that, that might be the physical representation of that. Again, this is the enjoyment of a first episode watch, is trying to dive into a world that you don't know that much about. So it's basically wide open, right? Alright, well, before I spend the next half hour making a fool of myself that I'm going to have to retract in my next notes, saying stuff I have no idea about, I think we're going to wrap up here. Obviously, as I said, many times now, come back again. We'll have notes on the board to discuss things further, go over things I didn't understand this time. But until then, once again, I have been Theta. This has been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?